Hello everyone, this is Abdul Halim with you. Okay, wait a second. I would like to welcome you all with an Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, which means may peace be upon you all. Viewers, today I will show you how to write a very simple ladder program to turn on and off, let's say an X device. In our case it will be LED, using a single push button. The problem statement will be like, we will be having a push button. When it will be pressed for the very first time, it should lit up an LED or should turn on an LED. When it is pressed again, it should turn on an LED or turn off an LED or the device. So if you are ready, let's start by opening Studio 5000. I clicked it already, so let's start with creating a new project. Choose your controller. In our case it is 1716L30ER. Give it a appropriate name. Let's say LED space on space off. That's all. Click next. I don't like any protection. Let's click finish. It will populate. Let's wait it to populate. This quick start guide page will appear. Just hide it. Then, as you can see, IO configuration tab over here. I explained in my first lecture how to communicate with the connected PLC controller. So let's start to configuring again. Go to the communication tab and see who is active. I have connected my PLC controller through USB, so I'll choose USB. I can see the controller connected is L30 Logix 5330ER, and yes, we have give it a name LED on off. It was initially when it was configured, so let's choose it and set project path. Close it. Then right click over 1769 bus, create a new module, and this select module type window will pop up, and you would have many options how to filter it. So I know that I'm going to use only digital input and output modules, so let's choose only digital instead of all, and let's choose only digital modules. And we are pretty sure it is from Allen Bradley, so let's filter out the Allen Bradley products only. So our input module is 16.24 volt DC input sync source module. Let's create it, which is connected at slot 3. Give it a appropriate name again. I would say digital input space 16 points. Then click on connection. I always like to set RPA time, RPI interval to its fastest rate, which is 0.5 millisecond. Let's say it is 1 millisecond. Click OK. Then create another for digital output module, which is OB16 16.24 volt DC output source from Allen Bradley. Again, create. It is connected with slot 4. Give it a appropriate name, digital output 16 points, and set its RPI interval to 1 millisecond. Click OK. That's all about. Then I always prefer to start with creating. Okay, this is the hardware setup that I was talking about. We have got compact Logix L30ER controller. Then we have got PLC application board 34500 from feedback, which is connected through these two cables, and then there is a breakout PCB which enable us to connect these two boards with the IO modules easily. This is all about the hardware setup. If you want to know about its further detail or more detail, I have explained it in my previous video. And there is a switch. We can see one push button is already integrated on it. This push button we will be using for our input to turn on and off the LED point A, LED bar graph point A. So this is all about the hardware. So let's see how it will works. Tags. So right click on the program tags, create new tag, click, let's say, our push button. Let's start with the push button, which will be connected to our input module point 0. So it is directly on the controller side, so we'll choose alias type, not the base, because it's not for the programming tag, it's a controller tag. So search for our digital input module, which is connected at input slot 3. So click on data, choose data 0 point. You can write a description over here who will be connecting it to the digital point 0 module. Create, then add another new tag, let's say LED, which is also connected to the digital module. So select alias type and look for here, select 0. Create. Now double click on the main routine. You will see this window, programming window will appear, and the first ladder is with EEE, which means there is an error. Yeah, of course, there is no instruction on this ladder. So let's start with programming. Viewers, there are many ways to implement this logic to turn on and off any device connected to the digital output port using a single push button. Whenever it is pressed for very first time, it should turn on, and whenever it will press again, it should turn it off. There are many ways. So the way I would like to program is very simple. It can be done with only 3 ladder rungs. So let's start with click here and bring one examine if close button, then give it a name, which is a push button that we created. Okay, then there is an instructions one shot. Okay, just create a new tag here for it. Let's say read rising. Okay, let's say give it a rising edge only, rising edge. So read push button rising edge. Create new. Okay, then compute match tab and bring up one add instruction. Create a new tag, let's say count or let's say readings, number of readings, mean how many times the push button has been pressed. Readings, digital input, yeah, okay, decimal, just create it, and source 2 should be increment 1 by 1, and save it again back to the number of readings. Okay, so whenever this push button will press, this one shot instruction will read its rising edge and it will increment number of readings variable. Then we will, let's see here, then what we will do is we will do a logical OR. Okay, just select where is okay, then click on move all logical instructions and bring one and instruction, perform and function with number of readings. Okay, with logical 0 1, and place it on the LED. Okay, Okay, now you can see it here, it's shown EEE. It means there's an error because what we are trying to do is we are trying to write a byte data or a 2 byte data to a boolean point, to a single point which is a boolean. So we need to change its data type. Click over here, program, and just remove it. Okay. Oh. Okay, so what we need to do is, yeah, it is done. So what we have done is we have changed its bool type to integer type. So go back, you see this is done. Now click on offline button, downloads. It will ask you to, before downloading, read up this. Don't worry, let's click download. Yes, we want to change it to run mode. Okay, this is all about the implementation of turning on and off an LED device using single push button. Let's see its output on the hardware side. Okay, now we have connected, we have done with the wiring, so the program is downloaded already. So let's I have turned off my ceiling lights. Now let's start it again by pressing push button. As you can see, I pressed it only one time, it turned it on, this LED point A of bar graph, and when you press it again, it will turn it off. Press on, press off, press on, press off. As you can see it when I'll press this push button, yeah, so it is turning it on, turning it off. That's all about. I hope you would have liked it. If so, then don't forget to click like button. Keep watching, stay tuned. Have a good day.